I've been grinding every day to make a life to inspire. So much to do, so much to see, it's just a life to desire. I'm on my way to the top and I don't need height to get higher. So sit back and relax and enjoy the life. It's Anaya. It's Anaya.
Hey you guys, it is Anaya, and today I am doing something that I feel like has been very, very, very heavy on my heart. I feel like every time that I get on this camera, I'm always hesitant nowadays because God is putting me in a season of isolation. He's putting me in a season of change, in a season of doing for myself. So today, after a long, what seems like a long journey of being sick and being tired, I decided to go to Bible study on my own. It's something I feel like has been on my heart anyways because I need to get into my Bible. I'm a lover of God, but I do not know my Bible, y'all, and that's just like it's something that I know is wrong, or something that I know I see in myself that I need to change. So I went to Bible study, and today's topic was, are you a Mary or are you a Martha? And y'all, when she said that, I was like, a who? A who? Like, who is Mary, who is Martha? She told us the story of how Jesus came to Martha's house, and maybe it was Mary's house. Oh Lord, look. God, you know my heart. But he came to their home, and Mary bowed before him. She knelt down to his feet and praised him. And Martha began to cook and clean and become a huge busybody. So you guys, my topic for today, because if you didn't know by now, this is a Talk It Out Tuesday. My topic for today is serving with no focus. Y'all, I can almost guarantee you, do I like it like that? I always be turning the light on and off, and I'm like, do I like it? Do I like it? Do I like it? I think I do. Oh, no broken nails. Oh. But serving with no focus. I feel like just in saying that, a wind kind of got gushed within me, because it's something my mom's been telling me for the longest since I've really been starting school. I am a sophomore in college now, and I'm one of the people who I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing something, I'm getting something done, but I don't have no direct focus, y'all. And I'm always just moving, and I'm forgetting my foundation. I'm forgetting to pray. I'm forgetting to read the Bible. I'm forgetting to actually study the Bible, because one thing just to read it, but to know the word is another, God. So when she said that, she was like, Martha was continuously serving with no purpose. Her idea was, oh, I'm trying to please the Lord by doing worldly things. God already knows what's going on within us. God already knows how our homes look, how our bodily homes look, how our physical homes look, where our mental state is. Like, God already knows how we look, and yet we are still out here trying to give this facade off. Like, God, I'm this, I'm that. God know who we are. God knew who we were before He even put us on this earth. He is our creator. Yeah, we out here trying to give him a different scenario, give him a different us. And it's like, I already know who you are, so you might as well be the real you. Or let me show you who you are, so that you can be reminded of who I am. And y'all, I have just been within it. Like, oh my God, I feel like every time I need to talk, I'm quiet, and every time I need to shut up, I'm opening my mouth, y'all. But recently, like I said, God's been putting me in a season of isolation. I have been sick back to back to back. I want to say almost since I started school. So I've been to school like August 18th-ish, because I'm an RA this year as well. Just a whole nother level of responsibility this year. And so we had to get here early for training. Y'all, Ever since school started, so maybe like the 22nd, I've been sick. I go to the doctor, they tell me they don't really know what's wrong, they give me some type of medication. I'm better for a week, the next week I'm sicker. Do the same thing over and over again, get better, sick. This happened for about 3 or 4 times until my mom was like, for once in a while you need to fast. I'm barely eating already. I just got the food, it's like my thing, like I love to eat. Have not been excited about it. Food has not been tasting good. You probably can even hear the congestion within me because I am technically sick at the moment. I've been diagnosed with mono, which is the kissing disease. I'm currently working 1,000,001 jobs just because of some mind goals and goals within myself that I just would really like to achieve. And I'm just doing and doing and doing. And God said, once again, I know who you are. But do you know who you are? And I trust that you trust me enough to truly believe and wholly believe that you can keep running around with no sleep, no energy. You can keep on praying to me without reading the Bible. You can keep on getting up and trying your best, and I'm going to provide for you. But I need you to know that I need you to sit down so I can actually use you to your benefit, so I can actually allow you to focus on the one thing and let you skyrocket with it. So y'all, serving with no focus is my topic. And I'm going to talk about serving in 4 different tiers. I want to talk about serving Jesus. I want to talk about serving friends, serving family, and serving yourself. And serving yourself, y'all, I got this last because that is where I struggle the most at. I struggle the most there, like I talked about. Always always being sick, y'all. Feeling like I'm in a point of isolation. I feel like God has been telling me, cut it off. Cut it off. I went to church the Sunday before last, and the pastor prophesied, and he was like, you know it's time to cut it off. He said, I don't know who it is or what it is, but cut it off. And Lord, it was almost a confirmation for me, but then at that it was like I know. And I knew, and I cut it off. And I just kept like, God, I got so much stuff going on. What do I cut off? Who do I cut off? And God was like, okay, let me show you. And I was like, okay, let me show you who. Let me show you why. And let me lead you to what you need to keep on doing. So right now, and I'm, girl, you better not cry. I'm trying to keep myself from crying because, like I said, I always feel like when it's really time for me to talk, I'm quiet. So I'm trying to keep myself from going around in circles. I'm trying to keep myself from feeling like I don't have an outlet. That's been my thing. Like, God, I'm talking to you and I'm trusting you, but I need a response. I need someone to really sit in my face and tell me, Zaniah, you got it. We know that you got it, but do you know that you got it? You know? I see that you are strong. I see that you are pushing through and you don't have any energy. But do you trust that if you keep on in the way that you're going, that you're going to really succeed? Do you trust that one day your success will actually be a success and not just another thing on your to-do list? Y'all, I do not have a happy, energetic feeling when I finish something. It's like, okay, what's next? That is not what I want my story to be. That is not what it should be. And so, serving the Lord. The Lord is my foundation. The Lord is what keeps me going. The Lord is who helps me come up with these crazy things. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going for it and I'm going to do it. Through hell and high water. Like, I'm going to get it done. The Lord most definitely is my savior. He's letting me know that he got me through whatever. And he's asking me, I'm doing this for you. What can you do for me? And the ways I've been serving God is the best way that I know how, with my lack of knowledge of the Bible, whether it's through praying, and honestly through TikTok. Believe it or not, I watch so many sermons on TikTok. I don't even know how I got that on my feed, where it's just mainly sermons back to back to back. I listen to Sarah Jakes, and I listen to Dr. Miles Monroe a lot, Dr. T.D. Jakes as well, and I just kind of make that my motivation, my empowerment of the day. That's something that's been sticking with me since my high school years. I've just been trying my best to have some encouraging words go in, because I really don't feel like I have somebody that's really close to me that's just like on me as I would really want someone to be, as I feel like I am to other people. I want a me so bad, and I just can't seem to grasp her. I can't seem to find her. So I've been trying to find different ways to fulfill myself through Christ. And God was like, I see that you're doing this, but I need you to take more action. I need you to do more than just listen to other people that I'll be allowed to, that I'll put in the power and I'll use them. Maybe I'm saying that so wrong, but I need you to do more than use those that I've used already. I need you to get up. I need you to go searching for me. And y'all, I went to this Bible study. This is my first Bible study. Since my freshman year, because I went to a Bible study on campus. That I ended up stopped going to because I didn't think it spoke to me. But this one did a lot for me, and I keep reading it, looking down because I wrote notes. And one thing she said was, find rest within God. Like I said, I'm barely getting sleep. I'm barely eating, so I don't even have nothing. I have a lot of energy leaving and no energy coming in. And she said, find rest with him. She said, how much time are you devoting? And y'all, my freshman year, before I left my room, I was praying. Nowadays, I'm kind of closing my eyes and praying and falling asleep. I ain't even finishing the prayer. I'm praying, and then my mind shifts off to like my alarm clock going off, or a book that I need to finish, or a test I need to start on. You know, it's just like a whole bunch of thoughts, a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I'm not finishing my words, and I'm not finishing my promise to God to just stay within him. And she said, do you know that he requires intimacy too? And y'all, when I tell y'all, that hit home for me, because I am Lord. It's hard for me to even say it out loud, because God knows, I feel like when you say stuff out loud, it's set in stone, it's there. But truth is, I am content. It's just hard. But I am undergoing a breakup, you guys, and yo, tears are just like, I needed to cry anyways. But it's hard for me to cry, and then I'm trying to get my point across, so it's like it's the wrong time. But oftentimes people see your life and they just say, oh, you're so lucky, and oh, you got it so good, and oh. Oh Lord, it's been a struggle. And even in this moment, I thank you for giving me the ability to express myself, giving me the ability to cry, because I struggle, man. I'm gonna hold them tears in for as long as I can. So God, I thank you. Thank you for allowing me to just breathe. But back to my point, I am undergoing a breakup that was 100% called for, because although I do see us still being connected in some way, and maybe we might get back together in another timing, because the right person, wrong timing is a thing. I realized that I was giving too much of myself, and not enough time to God, not enough time to myself. Anytime you sick back to back, you don't know why. Anytime when you're tired over and over and over again, and you, instead of catering to yourself, you're catering to another person, something is wrong. So I had to really sit down with myself and I tell myself that you're not happy. And you know you're not happy. So why are you still here? Why? And you can still be there, but you know, not so direct, not so demanding. Y'all, I'm the oldest of 7. I'd be so quick to be like, don't jump right there. Look, step right there. Turn right here a little bit. There you go. I'm real there, but I had to realize at my age, and I'm 19, and I don't know if it's the way I was raised or what, but I'm looking for a husband. Y'all ain't got time to play with nobody. Oh, I don't got time to be playing with nobody, and I don't want to have to raise my husband. I don't want to have to tell him what to do. I want to teach my husband how to love me. I want him to see me, talk to me, be so content in me that he gonna run to God to figure it out. If he got some questions, man, he ain't gonna come asking me. And I don't want him to. Don't ask me, ask God. And I think even though I was with a God-fearing man, I think that in somewhere along the lines he kind of lost that focus of God, that foundation that we really tried to have of God in our relationship. He lost that faith of just sticking to his word, sticking to God's word, and I couldn't be the person to lead him back to it. It's something that he had to do on his own, so I am struggling with that because I made that decision. I genuinely feel like I'm always the one to leave, and it's something that God has to talk to me about because y'all, I am so focused on what I want that I lose sight of a lot of people's emotions. I lose sight on a lot of people's thoughts, a lot of people's opinions, because it's just like, I'm doing this for me. When I'm struggling and going through all of this, where was you? But when I'm seeming to be succeeding, even though I'm tired, even though I'm crying, even though I'm really struggling, now you got all this advice, but where was it when I really needed it? So God is humbling me in that part. But man, we figuring it out together. I'm trying my hardest to just not give up on myself. I think that's the biggest thing because I have so much faith in God, and I know that he is most definitely holding me up because I really ain't got it. I don't feel like I have it. I might do. You know, I feel like God just smacked me right then and there. You're like, you don't say that you got it. I've given it to you. What I need you to do is focus so that I can lead you to it. Whew, Lord. Y'all got me on this phone crying. Oh my God. Oh, but that's my first point. I hope I kind of got that together of serving God, letting go, actually sitting there and listening. Cause man, I be trying, and it's just like, am I really hearing his voice? Am I really hearing his words? Where do I go now? What do I do now? But God has been talking to me, and I know that every decision that I've made up to now has been the best one for me. So, next point, serving family. Once again, y'all, I'm the oldest of 7. I say it a lot because it's almost one of the biggest reasons I am who I am, why I am such a nurturer, why I am such a lover. I have one sister who just got into college. I'm trying to talk to her at least once a week with y'all. And every time I miss a week, I'm like, dang, I hope she ain't going through it. Because life is hard, school is hard, and we are all going through something, y'all. But when it comes to family, I just feel like I'm a huge family person, but even in that I have to pull back because I'm the oldest of 7, but I'm the youngest of many. I have to keep reminding myself I'm the oldest of 7, but I'm the youngest of many. I got many wise people. I got mama, daddy, a stepdad, a stepmama, grandma, granddad, uncle, auntie. Like I got plenty of. It's time for me to sit down and be a child, and I don't feel like I really had that time yet. I've had my moments, don't get me wrong, but I was telling my mom the other day, y'all trusted me with thousands and thousands when I was 5 and 6. All that money was coming for my birthday. Baby, now I'm of age, y'all. y'all slacking. And she was laughing and laughing. I was sitting there and I'm thinking, y'all was giving me all this advice and all this wisdom as I was growing up. And as it was time to use it, or when it was right there when I needed it the most, it's kind of dialed on down. It was like, Zanaya, I did what I could for you growing up. So now let's see what you take with it without any repetition, without them repeating anything, or without them just kind of sitting back like, hey, you alright? Need any advice today? So I feel like when it comes to serving family, it goes right on back to serving yourself and serving God and trusting that God is going to give you or shed light on the person that you really need to talk to. Because this past weekend I was with my stepmama, and y'all, I tell you, I love my stepmama to death. And I was sitting there and I was hanging out with her, and I was like, I really needed this. I really, really, really needed to step away from what I know my family to be, what I know, what I imagine my family to be, because it was really just me and my stepmama the entire week. And I was just like, man, the women that God has put into my life, the women that ain't got to be in my life, man, God has swooped in and done some things for me. And they just poured into me without realizing. Even my mama, y'all, when I was going through my little breakup, going through it, and called my mom, but she didn't answer. And I was like, oh, she irritated my nerves. Like, I'm so over it. And y'all, by the time she was calling me back, I refused to answer the phone. Not because I was mad or out of spite, but because I realized I was calling my mom to change my mind. I was calling my mom to tell me that I was in the wrong, and that I was doing wrong, and that I'm selfish, and not. I am not. And so when it comes to serving family, I just want to say, be there, but be there at your own time. Be there not because you feel like you need to be, not because you're obligated to, not because you're the oldest of 7. Be there because you are called to be there, because everybody is going through something. Like I said, this is my season of isolation. I ain't too much caring about calling my mom, my grandma, auntie. Man, it's like we all going through something, and right now God is working on me and using me, and I can't help you till I can help myself. And I'm barely helping myself. One thing that one of the women during the Bible study said, she said that Martha is embedded in us as a child. We grow up with us, with our mamas waking us up to the church music on Saturday mornings to clean up. We wake up with us, our mamas don't wake up, but we grow up with our mamas telling us, clean up that bathroom, clean up that kitchen. We got some family coming over, we got friends coming over, we ain't having no dirty house. Like, we grow up with that notion. We grow up with that understanding, and like, if someone is coming within or someone is coming to our house, it got to be clean, spick and speck, like it got to be there. And then it's African American moms in general just kind of want their house clean, so we just kind of grew up with that. And she was saying what she's learning is that as you grow in Christ, the path focuses. As you continuously grow, like you grow up with that notion, like, man, God is here. I'm gonna continue to serve him the best way I can. I'm gonna do. And all God wants you to do is stay there and listen. God wants you to kneel at his feet. She said the revival begins at the master's feet. Man, I'm 19. I said, woo. The revival begins at the master's feet. God, I got to kneel down to you before I can even begin to grow. Before you can even begin to pour down on me, I got to kneel down to you and trust in you. And I can't kneel down, I can't begin to do nothing until I sit. But I can't begin to do a thing until I'm able to focus on the Lord. And I can't focus without sitting. Like, you know, you moving your phone and you moving and you moving and you moving. And when you focus and when you steady your hands, it's able to focus. God says, steady yourself. Rest your feet down by my feet. Rest your head down by my feet, and you pray. You pray that I will give you the wisdom. I will give you the peace of mind. I will give you the understanding, God. Pray, and it shall happen. And y'all, like I said, baby, I just be feeling like I'm so old school and I'm 19. And I'm 19, she said that. I said, woo! Woo! So I really felt that because she was like, his words align with your morals and goals as long as you're focusing on the path that he's on go towards. And I was like, you ain't never lied about that because, man, I'm a praying warrior. I'm around praying warriors, and nothing I've really done with the mindset of God has told me to do with it, with the comfortability of like I prayed my way to this. Like I made sure I asked God before I did it, while I was doing it, as I was doing it. Like I was making sure I was doing it through God. It was not a time where I did not win, not a time that I did not succeed. And it was all through God. My focus was clear because I made sure not just to include God in it, but to sit down and allow him to use me when I didn't know what step to take, what move to make. So now y'all gonna go on to friends. Serving friends. And y'all, let me clear my throat when I say this. And I hope y'all can hear me because I'm having like a little ear situation too. When I tell you I'm gonna have stuff wrapping around y'all. Serving friends. I can name maybe five friends that I have, and every time I get talking about friends, God tell me, why do you think you need a circle? Why do you think you need a group of people to be who you are? And I'll be like, well, dang. Well, God, I didn't think I needed anyone, but I do want someone. I do want someone to confide into, someone to be able to trust, someone to be able to lean on. Other than my mama, I feel like my mama is my best friend, and man, that's great. But she's my mama at the end of the day, and I just feel like to have someone that has no soul connection with you. Your mama is your mama at the end of the day. She might give you some fire advice, but she your mama at the end of the day. So I was like, man, God, I want somebody in my life. And God said, you know what? I'm gonna put them in there. I'm gonna give you all these people, and I'm gonna make you think you're doing something. I'm gonna show you how people really are. And man, I'm telling you, I done went through, I can name about good five that has stuck along the journey. But I can name a many that God had to show me an example. And God keeps showing me, He's like, you ain't getting the mess, baby. I'm telling you, and I'm teaching you, and I'm talking to you. You ain't getting the memo. You don't need people. People are for the world, now I'm for you. I said, ooh. Ooh. People are for the world, now I'm for you. So do as I say, do as I do. Trust in me and know that when I do give you somebody, you won't be looking for them. You won't see them coming. And I'll be like, dang. Did you have to do me like that, Lord? Did you really have to do me like that? Did you have to smack me down like that? And God said, yeah. And God don't show me no remorse. Yes, I had to knock you down on your feet because you won't sit down, Zanaya. You won't sit down. You won't listen. You won't stop. So let me show you what you can accomplish if it all just went on the way. And y'all, like I said, I keep getting sick back to back. My mama says, Zanaya, something is waiting for you because the devil is attacking your body. You got an attack on your body. And I was like, ooh, I'm only 19. I'm only 19. Jesus, fix it for me. And you know what God told me? God said, the devil might be taking your body, but in the process, I'm fixing you and I'm showing you who you are. Y'all, in this sickness, I have not been allowing it to stop me. Man, in this sickness, I've been continuing to network. I've been continuing to speak over life, over myself, God. I've been continuing to pray. I've been showing up, showing up. Which look, I went to this Bible study. I don't think I did something, but that's enough for me. That is something for me, because I've been telling God, I was like, I need to get in my word. I need to get to a Bible study. I've been telling myself, I don't need to be too far away, God. I'm a halfway drive, and it be kind of towards the dark this time. I can't drive that good look. I was like making all these excuses up, and God was like, okay, I'm gonna take you somewhere that I feel like you'll be comfortable at, and I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. I'm gonna take you where you're comfortable at, and I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. And man, did God do his thing tonight. To the point where I had to come over here, and I was like, man, I keep procrastinating. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do this. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do that for myself, because y'all, these videos are for myself. Please don't think I'm doing it for y'all. I love to go back and watch myself and see how I've grown. My Talking Out Tuesdays, I've been saying since I've been starting, are for me. Man, I've grown, and I'm growing, and I know God got some wonderful things for me. The wisdom that I have, the words that I have, man, the visions he has given me goes so beyond anything I could even imagine. It was Eric and Nathan, y'all. Oh my gosh. I've been put into their lives through a scholarship that I won. And oh my gosh, I'm even tearing up. I'm tearing up now just talking about how it's Eric and Nathan's daughter, Jada. She does my makeup. She's done it a couple of times for me, and I always talk about how I have a God-fearing MUA, man. I have a praying warrior, blood-bought trophy of grace, loving woman. Like, oh my gosh, she goes to school with me. She goes on Lambeth campus. But ooh, how her faith doesn't waver, God. And even if it does, you'll never know. You'll never know. Because that faith of hers is so strong. Man, I tell you, that love between her and her mama is so strong. You can tell it's just built up by God. Like, oh, the foundation is just thick. There ain't nobody but Jesus. And I went to this Bible study today, and Miss Nathan prayed over me, and she said the same thing. Release it. Cut it off. Cut it off. Release. She said, cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it off, man. And I was like, God, I need to cut it off. Too many people telling me to cut it off for me to not be cutting it off. And I've been making cuts. I've been making adjustments in my life. And it's like, what do I do now? You know, and Miss Nathan told me, the fact that I chose to come tonight, the fact that I made the decision to show up was enough for God. That was the first step to really getting me to the next level. And y'all, I was like, oh my gosh, Miss Nathan, as she prayed over me, she was hugging me, and oh my gosh, she was hugging me and hugging me and hugging me, and I was like, Jesus, I'm gonna cry. Y'all, I hate crying in front of people. I hate crying in general, because I'm used to being strong. And I was saying this TikTok, and she was like, I'm always strong, but I would like to be fragile. And I would love to be fragile, but I don't think I have people strong enough to handle my fragility. And I don't even know if that's a word. I don't feel like I have enough people around me to where if I'm really down in the slums, I'm really down where I can't eat nothing. I can't sleep. I'm tossing and turning. I'm just really under weather. I don't really feel like I have someone who would just feel it and know and be able to help me, other than my mama. Other than my mama. My mama is a praying warrior, and maybe she prays and prays and prays. She see me and she prays and like, oh, you just do too much. So y'all mama be so extra. But I didn't know where I was at really in life, but where my mind be just going everywhere. But y'all, God has just been working for me, doing it for me, putting people in my life and taking them out. But God showed me that you got people in your life tonight. You got people in your life that's praying over you. You don't even know about, people that's wishing for your success. You so worried about the naysayers and those that's speaking down on you. This Nathan says tonight, your name is in rooms that you haven't even stepped in yet. She said, but don't worry about what they talking about, because what God has for you, what God has for you. And I said, Lord, talk to me. Talk to me, because I know he has things for me. He has shown me, He has spoken it to me, and I just need to sit my butt down, and I'm working on it. Lord knows I'm working on it. But that's my insight on friends. I'm just like, appreciating what you have and stop looking for it. As soon as you stop looking for it, God gonna show you. He gonna show you what you already got and then some. Amen. Tell Him yes and the world no. That is something that I wrote down in my notes. And I was trying to decide when I was gonna read it, so that's why it took me a little minute. But I feel like this is a good little moment of tell Him yes and the world no. God needs submission from you. Now, don't think that God doesn't have the power to move you when He wants to move you, but I feel like God really does give us that grace, that ability to want what He's given us. You have to want it. Because if He gives it to you in the wrong season, you ain't gonna know what to do with it. So tell Him yes. Say, God, yes, I'm ready. God, I don't know if I'm ready yet, but please start preparing me for what you have for me, God. God, I trust that what you have for me is enough for me, God. I trust that what is happening, what is coming in between me and you will no longer be, God. I trust that you would decrease every distraction, God. Cut off every situation, God. Fix every issue that I'm having. Make it yours so that I can focus on you. Give me the spirit of life, the spirit of love, and help me say, no, friend, I can't go out drinking tonight, babe. I got to go Bible study. No, friend, I don't like smoking. I ain't into smoking and stuff like that, but I'm going to let you do you, and I'm going to my room and watch a movie. No, friend, baby, I just call me old or whatever, baby. I'm going to go on to my grandma's house, give me a little dinner, go take me a nap, baby. Yo, that's really how I am, but God said do more. God said you telling them no, but got the fear of missing out. You telling them no, but you constantly scrolling on Instagram trying to see what they doing. You telling them no, but almost wishing that you would have went on out and had fun because you feel like you're missing out. You feel like you ain't had your time yet. But God said when I give you your time, it's gonna be better than ever. Any drink that you can have, it's gonna do nothing happy boozy. Any cigarette, vapor, what's it called? Vape. Y'all don't smoke. I was gonna say vapor rub. Cause Lord knows I need some. My nose stopped up. But any vape that you can buy, any weed that you can buy, God said I got something better for you, and I'm gonna take you so high. I'm gonna take you so high that you're gonna be alert. You're gonna be able to walk straight. Be able to get to that path, be able to succeed and know that it was through me that you succeeded. It was through God that you succeeded. And you ain't gonna be missing out on nothing. You're gonna have everything you need and then some. Everything you wanted and then some. I'm like, God, you ain't nothing but amazing to me. And you'd be like, okay, into my last point. Serving yourself. I am in a season of isolation. I'm in a season of God telling me, focus on yourself first. You want to do for so many people. You want to do for everybody you come in contact with. You want to love on everybody. You want to do this for everybody. God said, let me be God and you be Zanaya. And y'all, initially, I don't necessarily feel like I'm trying to be someone's God or I'm trying to be someone's savior. But God said, when you sit down and really look at yourself, all you're trying to do is save this person, save that person. You need saving yourself. God said, how can you help anyone when you're broken yourself? How can you help the broken when not only you broke, but don't even know where to begin to fix yourself? And Lord, I be like, whoo. Every time God, I'm telling God to slam me down, hold me down, and tell me, do you not know that you was at the bottom right here? And yet you talking so high and mighty, you helping this person, you helping them real good, but know that while you pouring into them, your cup is empty. Your cup is so empty tonight. I mean, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. And I I'm just like, God, help me to stop being so willing, so quick to raise my hand. I'll do it. God said, no, sit down and let somebody else do it for once. Sit down and allow other people to worship you. Sit down and let, let me not say worship, but a praise of you. I guess God be telling me all the time, humble yourself, and not because I hold myself up too high, but because I do so much, I be like, I only got myself. I said all the time, I ain't got nobody but myself. I'm doing it by myself. Man, I'm picking myself up. I'm thanking God what I'm doing. I'm acknowledging God with nobody else. And God said, humble yourself. Know that you have a many, plenty of people loving on you, praying over you. The amount of people that's showing you love and showering you with love and trying to pour over into your cup that you got it closed off because you feel like ain't nobody doing for you but you. It's so big. And you so focused. I'm so focused on everybody who's, Zanaya, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna be this, Zanaya, you ain't focused enough, Zanaya, and this. God said, what about all those people speaking life into you? What about all those people that's praying over you, telling you that you will be the next this? You will go into rooms and you will shine every time. Then God said, what about me? You got people saying it, but what about me showing you? What have you not won? What have you not succeeded in that you've included me in? So I just feel like when it comes to serving yourself, the only thing that I really have to say is serve yourself in the most humblest way. Serve yourself knowing that you deserve the same amount of grace that you are giving your friend, the same amount of grace you're giving your family. You deserve grace. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be taken care of. You deserve to be smiled and praised over. And I'm looking at myself right now, telling myself, for one, you better not cry. You better not cry. You better stand fast, stand still in who you are, who God has for you, and what God has shown you. Stand so fast in it, because I tell y'all, I'm going through it. I am going through it, and it's hard for me to say it because I'm the lover of words, the lover of power in the tongue. So you know what I'm saying? I'm going through it right now. At this moment, I'm going through it. But you know what? I won't be going through it for long, because what God has for me, what God is working on for me, is coming up closer than I think. And man, when he shows up, he shows out every time. Every time. I'm so proud to call him my father, so proud to be the daughter of someone who loves me at the ability that he loves me. So many issues I have within myself, so many, so much I got within myself, so much I'm not even proud of about myself. God said, I've taken it, I've forgiven you, I've loved you through it. Love yourself. Give yourself what you are so willing to give someone else. So y'all, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, because I feel content. I really do. I feel content in a lot of the things I've been recently doing. I feel content in life. And I know, man, I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Man, I know when I get to my destination, God's gonna be like, surprise. Matter of fact, forget surprise. God gonna say, I told you so. I just needed you to sit. I need you to be steady. I needed you to focus your hands. I need you to steady it right on up, so that I can show you what I have in store for you. The revival begins at the Master's feet. Pray to him, trust in him, love him. read y'all's words, y'all, and I'm working on it. But get into that word, because y'all ain't nothing like knowing God's words. Ain't nothing like being able to distinguish his words against the world, man. To be able to hear him over all the chaos that's going below you, man. Oh my God. Tell him yes in the world no. Forget the fear of missing out. Forget feeling like you always the old lady, baby. I done been the old lady my whole life. I done been the black sheep my whole life. I done been the darkest of the bunch, the lightest of the dark of the bunch, the Christian of the bunch, the always this of the bunch. I done been it all, but at the end of the day, God has shown me that who I am is no mistake. Everything I've been through was no mistake. Well, what we have to do is allow him to respond. Allow him to use us. Allow him to speak life into us. Stop trusting in all these people. Stop trusting in all these preachers. Because y'all, TikTok been scrolling, showing me all these preachers. I'm sticking with my little 3. I'm sticking with my 3 for right now, because God said there's a lot of them out here that want that approval, want that praise, but don't know my words, man. You don't know my words, and you know what? That's why I feel it is so important to not only know God for yourself, but know his words so that you can hear him. That's all, y'all. That's all from my little notes and all from my heart. And I hope that y'all get something from it, because I'm 19. And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm 19. I turned 20 in April. And when I feel like God has given me the strength, I will really tell my story one day, because I have one. And I feel like I don't want to be able to tell it until I really feel like something beautiful is at the end. I know it's something beautiful at the end, but I ain't reached there yet, and I want to be able to say it confidently and proudly. And I have a story, one that I ain't told my mom yet, one that I ain't even opened up and talked to God about, but I know he knows. And what I'm going through right now, in this season of isolation, God is showing me who I was. He's showing me who I was and who I am. He's telling me, who you will be, man, doesn't even compare. Who you will be, man, her armor is so far-fetched. Man, her armor is so glamorous, so strong. Nothing will be able to penetrate you, man. Nothing will be able to stand in your way. But know that armor was wielded by God. It was wielded by me. God said, know that your armor was wielded by me, and I ain't giving it to you until you're ready. And you ain't ready yet, but you will be. God said, you will be ready tonight. And I just say, yes, Lord. I'm waiting on you, Lord. And God said, you're lying. Every time, like, I'm waiting, God. I'm sitting here patiently. God's like, you ain't patient. You ain't patient, and you ain't sitting nowhere. You constantly moving. Every time I look over, you somewhere else. But man, he can tell me, I'm gonna make you sit down. And God been making me. He been making me sit down. But y'all, I want to thank y'all for listening to me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to cry. And I want to thank myself for just doing this for you. You are doing it for you, and you're praying and hoping that God allows an abundance and reaching out to others who needs to hear and needs to see that you can't serve with no purpose. You can't serve with no purpose. You can't serve with no focus. You can't do nothing for nobody else that you won't first do for yourself. But that's it, y'all. I will see y'all when I see y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Zanaya, I love you. Zanaya, this is about you. Girl, it's about you, your journey. Oh, your journey is one for the books. What's about to come out of you? Girl, what's about to happen for you, what God has for you? You gonna cut up on them. You gonna cut up on them, girl, and I'm gonna be so proud of you, and I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna watch you, and I'm gonna see you, and I'm gonna see all the seeds that you've sowed and all the love that you have given, and I'm gonna be able to say and look at you in the mirror, and I'm gonna say, girl, you finally did it for yourself. And when you able to give yourself that hug, when you able to love yourself and hug on yourself and cry over yourself, ooh, we gonna know that you done made it through God. God has given you, a masterpiece, and when he's ready for you to release it, oh, it's gonna be one for the books. I love you, Zanaya. I pray for you. Can't say more than I pray for myself, because you are me, girl. You are me, but I love you, I love you, I love you. And I need to start showing that more, because man, you want people to love you, but show it to yourself first. People watch how you take care of yourself, and that's how they treat you, and that's why you got to do better. That's why you're in this season of isolation, because you want what you don't even give yourself. Deuces, y'all.